All right, here's Craig Button's final mock draft before Friday's NHL entry draft. Matthew Schaefer sticks at number 1. Michael Misa now up to number 2. Craig has him going to the Sharks. Top 5 players are all forwards, by the way, other than Schaefer. Porter Martone, who was slated to go second to San Jose when Craig did his post-lottery mock draft, has now fallen to number 6. Now, here's what Craig has the Canadian teams picking in the first round. First up, Vancouver at number 15, taking center Braeden Cootes. Then the Habs have back-to-back selections, going for a pair of wingers. Right after that, the Flames have their first of 2 first-rounders, both of which are centers in Craig's mock draft. And with the 21st pick, Justin Carbonneau to Ottawa. No relation to Guy, by the way. Jets selecting Eddie Genborg out of the Swedish League. Oilers and Leafs do not have a first-round pick. So Craig Button is back to talk about the mock draft.
And you know the mock draft? Like, I've done 1 to 32. It's exactly how it's going to unfold.
I feel like you might be right. I'm feeling positive.
Disclaimer here. I get, well, how do you know? Well, guess what? I don't know. I try to look at the draft. I try to say who would fit in a different range. Bob McKenzie serves as a really good guidepost with his final ranking list. And I just try to see who fits there.
Yeah.
NHL teams don't even know. The team picking 5 doesn't know who they're going to pick. They have a group of players. They got to wait to see what unfolds underneath them.
Absolutely.
This is a fun exercise. I get to be GM this year for only 22 teams.
Yeah.
10 teams don't have a first-round pick.
Wow,
so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, 10 teams don't have a first-round pick.
That is a lot of teams without a first-round pick. Let's talk about the number 1 overall selection. You have Matthew Schaefer going there. That's no surprise to anyone. You and I have talked about it. He did an interview with James Duthie this week. He's just such a terrific personality. The Islanders are really getting a great one.
I think they are. And when you look at a great personality, just a wonderful leader, but he's a wonderful player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a difference maker on the ice. He's somebody that it doesn't matter what he's on the ice for. Offense, defense, penalty killing, power play, late in a game, early in a game, transition. Matthew Schaefer is a difference maker. And when the New York Islanders drafted Dennis Potvin in 1973, ended up becoming a pillar on their blue line. I believe Matthew Schaefer can be that type of player. Much like Drew Doughty, they control the game. They help you win in so many different ways. He's already represented his country. He'll be an Olympian. He'll be a Team Canada. And I don't have any question in my mind that he will help a team, the Islanders in this case, win Stanley Cups. All he does is turn a goal. Canada Games gold, U17 gold, U18 gold, Hlinka Gretzky gold. He would have been at the U18 again this year with gold. He really is a golden player.
Yeah, he is outstanding. And you know, if you're Mike Greer, the GM of the San Jose Sharks, you really would have loved to have been able to draft a top-end defenseman, right? You've got this forward talent. You'd love to have Schaefer. He's not going to be there. So then you ask yourself, who do we take? And you have him taking Michael Misa. Michael Misa has moved up at a lot of draft rankings, including yours. Tell me why.
Yeah, well, I'll be straightforward with you. I don't know why I didn't have him right at the top much earlier.
Oh, wow.
I've only watched him for 4 years.
Yeah.
I watched him when he was a 14-year-old player with the Mississauga Senators, and he was brilliant, and he was really good. I don't know what more he needed to do to convince me. Blame me for not having him rated higher.
But in your defense, I feel like a lot of people cooled on him after the exceptional status and then have all come back in spades. In fact, it seems like now the momentum is massively in his favor after a terrific season this year.
Which is fair, but when you watch somebody excel the way that Michael Misa has excelled, and I watched it with the Mississauga. He was a year younger than everybody. They won the OHL Cup. He was terrific as a 15-year-old in the OHL. Helps his team win the Memorial Cup. 62 goals as a 17-year-old, 18-year-old. It's unbelievable what he's done. I should never have been doubting him. That's the bottom line. And when you watch him play, the hockey sense is off the charts. Then his skating, you might not think he's the fastest guy, and he went by me.
Yeah.
And then he gets the puck on his stick, and oh, God, that shot's a lot harder than I thought. He's got this subtle brilliance to his game. And Mike Greer, I think, is doing a fantastic job in San Jose.
Agreed.
The CHL Defenseman of the Year was Sam Dickinson. They drafted him 11th overall. They have so much going for them. And one of the interesting things for me when I said Michael Misa would be a nice fit there, Igor Chernyshев, who the Sharks drafted last year in the second round, he came and played in Saginaw. And they were line mates, and they were magic together. Celebrini, Will Smith, Michael Misa, Igor Chernyshев. I think the San Jose Sharks are
things are looking up.
Oh, I think they're looking up big. I think
things are
the
looking
Shark
up in the Bay
tank's gonna
Area.
get back to the way it was.
Now, there's some speculation out there that Anton Frondell, who you have going third to Chicago, might not get past San Jose. That's how highly regarded he is. But maybe North American viewers, hockey fans, might not know him quite as well. Tell us who the Hawks would be getting at 3 if they decide to go with Frondell.
Well, here's what I'll say. I'm going to call it the Barkov effect. I think he plays the game like Alexander Barkov.
Wow.
So what did we just watch Alexander Barkov do in back-to-back seasons? Win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Think about what he did in this year's playoffs. Shut down Austin Matthews. Shut down Connor McDavid. Two of the very best players in the planet. And Barkov. So you watch him. From the very first time I watched Anton play, I had these images of Alexander Barkov in his game. And much like Alexander, he's got that size. He leans into you. He's smart. He wears 16 for the national team. And even his stick, like the blade and everything, is like Barkov. And by the way, he sees himself as a Barkov-type player.
Oh, wow,
and
okay.
even if he's lowercase Barkov, that's a difference maker for your lineup. And I absolutely love Anton Frondell, and it wouldn't surprise me if he went 2. Not at all, not one bit.
I like the idea of lowercase Barkov being his nickname in the NHL. That would be a cool nickname.
LC Barkov.
You know, when we were watching the under-18s on TSN, I kept hearing the name Braeden Cootes over and over from Brian Mudryk, our star play-by-play guy. He had 63 points in 60 games last season with the Seattle Thunderbirds. You have him going to the Vancouver Canucks, and tell me why you think he would be a great fit in that organization.
If you don't draft a center, you're not going to have a center when you need a center.
Yeah.
And they need some centers.
Yeah.
And it's not. I'm not just trying to pick a player and go, oh, they need the position. I mean, Braeden Cootes is a few years away from playing in the end, but he's a really good, strong two-way center. And when you watch his abilities to play in so many different areas of the game, he can make plays, he can finish plays, he can kill penalties. And those types of centers are not, they're not common.
Yeah.
And so at this point in the draft where the Vancouver Canucks are looking to try to find a centerman, I think Braeden Cootes fits very nicely there. Cole Reshny, who I have going to the Calgary Flames, could be another guy they could consider. Braden's a right-hand shot center. Cole is a left-hand shot center. I think they have a lot of similarities in their game. High-end intelligence playing the game. Really good, strong two-way players. Really significant competitors. So when you start to look at different areas of the game that are really important, and the middle of the ice is really important, Jay.
Yes.
And I think that Braeden Cootes and Cole Reshny are excellent centers.
Okay. You've got me excited about the draft. You know what else I'm excited for? More sports clothes! Craig. I am very intrigued to get your take on this one. The St. Louis Blues have unveiled new home and away uniforms. The new look, sort of a modernized version of their Heritage Classic jerseys, basically. And they're going back to the blue and gold from the original uniforms in '67, sort of a way to honor the franchise. What are your thoughts?
Beautiful.
Yeah, they look great.
Don't like the colors.
Awesome.
Jay, I don't know what happened in the NHL, but
the 90s happened.
Well, it went to drab gray and black, and there was they took away all the colors.
Yeah.
Like it's unbelievable the colors. Like why the LA Kings? I mean, what's wrong with purple?
I
mean,
couldn't agree more.
And so that St. Louis Blues look is just simply fantastic.
It's sharp.
I mean, the Pittsburgh Penguins baby blue. Come on, like
bring them back.
I'm all there, and so. I love the St. Louis Blues look. And
all right.
I love the brightness. It's crisp.
Yes, Craig. That's 2 for 2 on sports clothes. The NHL uniforms. Has the NHL figured out uniforms again?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. Still to come on the television show, the Walter Cup may have already been awarded, but the P-Dub had other hardware to hand out on Wednesday. More on that after this. You're watching SportsCenter with Jay Onrait and Craig Button. We like to talk about clothes.